I love my cell phone. This little thing makes my life so much easier because I can keep everything with me, from my contacts, emails, even Facebook. It's all at the palm of my hand. The problem is having everything about me stored in one tiny little easily losable device makes that information pretty vulnerable. If I lose this device or it gets stolen, it could actually be recreated from any number of different computers with just a USB cable plugging it in. It turns out that my phone is actually also reporting some things about where I go and what I do back to any number of different organizations. Apple was just recently called before Congress to talk about the information that it's collecting from its iPad and iPhone users about their location and their location history. The data that's being collected by your cell phone company or these other applications is supposed to be used to create a better cell phone network. So what that means is they'll track things like dropped calls, where phones go dead most often, so that they can build new cell towers and create a better, stronger network. The only problem is that the data that's transmitted back to Apple and Google has a unique identifier attached to it, which could potentially be linked back to your phone or your device. Android phones also report this same data to Google, so just because you're not an Apple user doesn't make you safe. The information is also stored on your phone itself, so if your phone ended up in the wrong hands, your location history could be recreated pretty easily. Keep in mind that thousands of applications use location data to really do really good things for you as a user. So you can use applications to find movie times, find the cheapest gas, even just GPS to find your way from one part of town to another. And in order to do that for you, they need to know where you are. The only problem is you don't really know what they're doing with the data that they collect about you. Any one of these applications could keep this data a little longer, a little less anonymity than, say, Google or Apple is. So what does this mean to you as the user? Have you buried a body in the Nevada desert any time recently? Are you considering an illicit affair? Well, in that case, you probably should be really concerned about the location that's going to be kept on your phone. Do keep in mind that the information could also be used to link you to a crime or to create some major pain and suffering if you happen to be involved in a nasty lawsuit or divorce. If you think you're safe just because you're not using an Apple device or a Google device, unfortunately you're not. TomTom actually this week just announced that they've been collecting information about their GPS users and then selling that information to authorities who use the information to set up speed traps, set up intersection cameras, decide which intersections to monitor based on where people are speeding. So that can be kind of troublesome as well. So what should you do? Well, if you're thinking about committing a crime, you should probably leave your phone or your GPS-enabled device at home. The main thing you want to make sure that you do is to protect the information that you do store on your phone. So put a password on it. Make sure that if someone just picks it up, they can't easily access the information that you've got stored in your emails and on your Facebook. Perhaps encrypt the data that you're storing so that it's not as easily recreated. Even install a program that can do a remote wipe. So if your phone is lost or stolen, you can get the data that's on it off without having to have it in your hand. Just like the old commercial says, the more you know, the safer you'll be. Stay informed and think before you keep your life on a device that's not protected.